Alright guys, well, if you saw my post the other day, I will be starting another through hike. I am going to be going southbound on the Vermont Long Trail coming up soon. Unfortunately, with all the recent flooding and everything, I postponed my hike for about a week just to kind of give the area a little bit of time to dry out some and then let some of those towns recover a little bit before I was going through that area. I know going southbound, it's the north section of the Long Trail is probably one of the hardest sections, but I figured while I have quite a few days off, luckily I have some great friends that are allowing me to crash at their place here in Burlington, Vermont until I start the trail. So let's talk about the gear that I'm taking. I have a new fanny pack. I got it from Garage Grown Gear. It's Acromoto. I used a Hyperlite Versa fanny pack, but unfortunately my zippers weren't really working anymore, and I should have reached out to Hyperlite, but I'm the queen of procrastination and just like never did, so I didn't get those replaced. I saw this on Garage Grown Gear, wanted to try it out. The waterproof zippers. Inside of it, I'll have snacks, my wallet, hand sanitizer. It's where I'll carry my knife. Headphones, all that kind of stuff, and then that will just like stay on me at all times, but it's like a nice easy access for getting my snacks and everything out. I have a couple of buffs, one's a headband, and then I'll show you the other ones with all my clothes, but I just have like a buff headband to help keep the sweat out of my face. This year is going to be, theme is going to be tie-dye. For my pack, I am taking my Hyperlite Southwest again. It made it all the way through the AT, it made it all the way on the Portugal Camino, and now I will be taking it on the Long Trail, and then on another hike that I'm doing after this, the Balkans Peaks in Kosovo, Montenegro, and Albania. So we'll start from the outside. Trekking poles are my lucky trekking poles. I picked these up at the end of the Appalachian Trail. Still going strong. I used them on the Camino. I used them probably from mid-Vermont all the way to Maine, and the tips are still looking great. They're decently lightweight with the cork handles. I'm a really big fan of these. And so I will be taking these trekking poles. And I have this hat. I picked this hat up in Glacier National Park years and years ago. I'll be taking this because I need a hat for the bug net. I expect that there's going to be a lot of bugs from reports of other friends, and then just been living up here for the last few months. I just expect to have lots of friends flying around my face. Also, this is Rosie, guys. She's got an itch, but this, if you watch my Appalachian Trail videos, this is my buddy French fries dog. So this is sweet Rosie. She hiked half of the Appalachian Trail, so fitting that she would be in a gear review video because she's a thru hiker almost too. My stove, still gonna be using my taupe stove. I just have a little towel in here just to kind of keep my pot drier and to clean it up. My MSR deluxe stove, a lighter, and then I keep my fuel in there as well. And then this was actually the stuff sack that my Nemo sleeping pad came in, and it's just been the perfect little container or like bag for my stove and everything. Or no, my sea to stomach reactor liner, bag liner is actually what that was from. This is my kind of like a Diddy toiletry bag, toilet paper, bug net, feminine products. Instead of wet wipes this year, I bought a pretty big package of these little towelettes that you just get wet and then wipe off with those. So that's what I'll be carrying for my nighttime baths in my tent. And then I have some Dr. Bonner soap right there as well. And then this is the almonds rice. It was actually a food bag I got originally from the Appalachian Trail, and it was just too small. So now I've always used it as like my ditty bag for toiletry stuff. And then I have the Vargo titanium trowel that I use. It's kind of nice because it's a waterproof bag. It just goes on the outside of my pack because I don't use a pack cover. So it's kind of nice. It keeps everything dry that's in there. This is my footprint for my tent. Right now, as of right now, I'm taking my Big Agnes Copper Spur 2. Me and French Fire are in the talks of maybe I'm gonna take her single wall tent. I don't know, we're gonna chat about that this evening. I've just been trying to figure out how to lighten my pack and make it smaller so it's not so big. Water filtration. My tried and true CNOC 2-liter water bladder, great for filling up at water sources, especially if they're a nice little trickle. I can open up the back of the bag and just like let it flow in. I have my Sawyer squeeze, and then just some extra O-rings, an extra cap, and then some water purification tablets if I think the water source is not going to be, that it needs a little bit of extra, and like for bacteria that the Sawyer squeeze won't cover. I know with the recent flooding, some of the water sources and stuff might be a little bit of questionable because of some of the runoff from the farms and everything, but I will assess it when I get out there. And then last but not least, my rope for my hanging my bear bag. Hopefully I'm gonna time it with shelters, and I might not have to use this at all because I think a lot of them have either the bear hangs or boxes, but we'll see when we get there. And then 2 smart water bottles over here that I will be carrying. This was just a foam mat that I got on Amazon, and I cut it down to actually be a sit pad. As if you followed me on the AT, I had that big, huge green foam roll on my pack that I carried the whole time. I'm gonna miss having that to like lounge out on, but I figured I can lounge out on my footprint of my tent if I really want to do that. Holes for my tent. This item is a pack. I have a bandana. Shout out to my friend Mary. I made this at her bachelorette party. On the AT, I carry trekking poles that my friend Mara had gifted me. And then it's just nice that I have another piece of like thing that reminds me of a really dear friend of mine. So this bandana is from her bachelorette party. And then my trusty Garmin. I do have the larger one. It is a lot more weight. I'm just like not going to spend more money, and especially with the fact that like our phones are going to start being potential SOS, to get the smaller one. In hindsight, I probably would have went with the smaller one with less weight. This one was nice because I could see maps on here if my phone was dying, and I could like actually just text directly from this one. But I think in hindsight, if I did it over again, I don't think I would have got the Explorer Plus. I would have just got the Mini. Let's see. That pocket has my headlamp. I have the Petzl with the rechargeable battery, but then it also takes 3 AAAs if need be, which is kind of great. Through the Whites, we night hiked a lot, and not necessarily probably where you wanted a night hike, but we just found ourselves night hiking a lot, and there would be times like this battery would die, and so I would just pop in the 3 AAA batteries, and it was great. It got me to where I needed to go with plenty of battery life, and then I could just recharge that off of my power bank. I have my cooler cloth. So, which is great for us ladies when we're going to the restroom, just a quick dry. It's a great little piece to have. I just kind of clip it in the front so it's easy to access. Because once my legs get strong, I don't usually take my pack off and I just squat with my pack on, and it's like a workout in itself. A little bit of sunscreen for when I'm above tree line. I'm not bringing a sun shirt just because this trail is very humid. As you can see, I'm like sweating right now just sitting here inside. So this will be mainly for my face and then cover my tattoo over here because I don't want to have my tattoo that I spent a lot of money on. And then I have some bug spray because I do expect the mosquitoes to be pretty gnarly. Alright, going inside. Alright, this is it's a hyper light stuff sack, but this is my tent. So this is the Big Agnes Copper Spur 2. I like this stuff sack if my tent's wet. I don't want to put it in the inside. I can just wrap it up in this, throw it on the top of my pack, and I don't have to put it inside and get everything wet. And then it's just like easy to access whenever I find somewhere that I can dry it out. My Hilltops Packs food bag is with me on the AT. We'll continue on this trail. I originally thought I was going to be on trail for maybe 5-6 days to start. Some things have changed now. Don't come at me, but I am slack packing the first day just because I am now almost a week behind schedule and I need to cover miles quicker, faster. And there's a really great spot that I'm going to be staying at. They're going to slack pack me and then I will be starting at a different location going forward. So this will probably shrink some because I don't need as much food now starting the trail. So that would be nice because I weighed this the other day and it was like 9 pounds. I don't know how I got 9 pounds and I'm not even drinking coffee. So I stopped drinking coffee, but I am planning to cold soak oatmeal in the morning. When I first wake up, I'm never really hungry. So I'm gonna cold soak my oats and then at my first break, get going and then eat some oats. I learned on the Camino that I have the ability to walk anywhere upwards to 7 miles without coffee or breakfast. So I'm gonna try that method and see how that goes. Rain gear, I have my Black Diamond raincoat, another score I picked up in Maine when I was off trail with my nice little Vertigo stuff. There's a store, a gentleman was retiring and I still got my Lucky Poles and this for like 40-50% off. It was a very nice little score and I really enjoy that rain jacket. Is it completely waterproof? No, none of them are, but it's got like some pit zips and some ventilation. And it's just like a great little jacket to have, mainly just to keep you warm right when you're wet. And then recently I picked up these REI co-op rain pants, the Hydro Wall. Do I expect them to be completely waterproof? No, once again, just to keep me warm when it's raining. Half of the time if it's raining and if it's already warm outside, I just get wet and keep going. You just kind of embrace that and you're just wet all day. But when I get cold, it's nice to have a good layer. And then laundry, it's a great layer for laundry as well. Inside my pack, I have just a trash compactor bag for a liner. Currently, for my puffy, I have the Patagonia Rattly. It's a little bit puffier. As you can see, it doesn't like pack down well, and it's really warm. Potentially today, I am going to buy the Nano Puff. I've been thinking about buying it for quite some time. I've had this jacket for many years. I purchased it when I was living in Wisconsin and it did the job for winter there. And I love it like in the snowy, really cold winters. But it just takes up so much space and I'm trying to condense the size of my pack. And so I think I'm gonna be picking up the Nano Puff today and switching this out and sending that where all my stuff is at. French Fries house. My truck is at French Fries house. Thank goodness I have friends that are gonna allow me to pack or leave my truck for 2 months there. All right. I think finally I might have found my pillow. I have tried, I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 different pillows on the AT. Since then I picked up a different pillow, which was great and I wanted to, but it was really big and puffy and just took up too much space. I recently went to REI and I found this Nemo pillow, and I've been sleeping here on it for the last 2 nights and actually really like it. So it still doesn't pack down super small, but trust me, way better than the pillow I was gonna use. And it's not the lightest. I think it's 7 or 8 ounces. But for me, sleep is very important. I have a hard time getting comfortable, and so I think I may have finally found the pillow for me. To be determined, I'll let you guys know. So 2 bags here. This is my electronics bag. I picked this up from Garage Grown Gear. Been Smart, or I think was the brand. I just looked and I didn't see any of them, but this is where I'll keep my electronics. So this is all the cables. Then I have a Anker power bank. I've got the C and then the regular USB. And then I'm taking my Anker 20,000. Carried it on the AT, did great. I was able, I think the times that we were out there for 5 days, and had enough to get me all the way back to town, which is great. 3 extra AAA batteries for my headlamp. And then this is a transfer device whenever I am not near Wi-Fi and I can't upload to the Wi-Fi and get everything off of my phone and put it onto the cloud. I can use this and transfer it off to a USB card, so that way I still have space on my phone, because I do plan to do YouTube again, just because I truly actually really enjoy editing videos. So hopefully, I don't know if I'm gonna do daily videos. I probably will, because it's just easier for me to organize that way. But those will of course be posting a little ways, like a week or 2 behind my actual start date. Same company. But look at, aren't these designs super cute? This is my like medicine, all that kind of stuff. Same brush from the AT. I picked this up at Target years before. It's the Tangle Teaser, but it's just beautiful. I've carried everywhere. It's the most probably ultralight brush you could ever have. Toothbrush, toothpaste. These are just every kind of med that you can need. I have my meclizine in here in case my lovely little vertigo dizziness comes back. I have Imodium. I have allergy medicine, Pepto, Benadryl. I recently, on last Friday, got stung by 2 wasps. My hand was extremely swollen, so was my ankle. It looked like I had like a gnarly sprain on my ankle. But nope, it was just my reaction to bee stings. So I need Benadryl. Cranberry tablets just help with my bladder. Trusted ibuprofen, Tylenol, and then magnesium glycinate. It really helps me with like restless legs and sleeping at night. I work nights, so sleeping has never been a good, easy thing for me. And then I have Benadryl cream for insect bites. I have my Aquaphor, and then I have another cream. I sometimes get like a rash underneath my watch just from it sweating and rubbing, and that cream is for that if I start getting any of that. Gold Band, I'm expecting my feet to be wet all the time. I'm hoping to like not get that like trench footy stuff that I got on the AT. I'm gonna use some Gold Bond powder. Hot Hands. I really think that they should sponsor me, because that's my trail name, and these are my chesty things to keep me warm in case it's cold. I do not expect super cold nights. but this is just a, like, just in case a night gets colder than I was thinking. I could throw them into my sleeping bag liner and give me some extra warmth and get me through the night if I need it. And then this bag has some KT tape. I've got some duct tape in here, another O-ring. I've got tweezers, I've got clippers, I've got super glue, a sewing needle and thread, some extra hair ties, and then some patches for equipment and Luco tape. And then some earplugs, some wax earplugs. I started, I don't know, in the beginning, some people try to call me Gotcha, like my trail name Gotcha, because every time somebody needed something, I usually had it in my pack. I find that I would just rather have it because it gets kind of expensive constantly buying in town, but little things here and there, and it's just kind of nice to just have it already, and then that way I don't have to worry about it. Secret pad, I'm taking my Nemo tensor. It's the regular wide. I like it, it's a square. Used it on the AT, still doing great, no issues. It holds the air. And then this is just the extra bag that comes with it, that helps you air it up. I don't want to sit there and puff on my pad at the end of the day to get it aired up, and this guy blows it up in no time. Will I ever be that person that carries the ultralight little device that's gonna air up your mat? Maybe one day, but I gotta drop some weight in other categories on my pack before I do that. All right, clothes. So I will be starting wearing this shirt. It's a Vuori shirt. It was a men's shirt. Got it on sale recently. Love that brand. I have a lot of their clothes. So I'll be hiking in that. These Darn Tough socks. I recently picked up some Paca merino wool or alpaca like underwear that I have thoroughly enjoyed. So I have 3 pack of these that I will be taking for my underwear. These are Mountain Hardwear. I told you guys it's gonna be tie-dye is the theme this year. So these are my Mountain Hardwear. I'll be hiking in these compression shorts, quick drying. Shorts are hard for me, they all ride up, so I'm just gonna go with the compression shorts so that way I can hopefully protect my skin and not have friction rub. I just have this sports bra I will be wearing throughout the day. It dries a little bit easier. Calia, or however you say it, the brand that's at, I'm trying to think of Dick's Sporting Goods, Carrie Underwood, I think that's her brand. That's my sports bra. So that's what I'll be wearing. I'm gonna be taking I have a pair of Mountain Hardwear shorts on right now. They will be my town shorts or sleep shorts if it's too hot. When it's cold, I will be sleeping in these Vuori joggers. I recently went on a backpacking trip and I was wearing my Smart Will pants and I couldn't stand the itching. So I just don't think that I can wear those anymore. So I'm having to come up with like different gear for sleeping because my skin's just very sensitive. And same thing with my Appalachian Gear hoodie. I've got 2 of them. I have a small if anybody wants to buy one. It's practically brand new. Also, so my Sleep or Town shirt is this Ridge, Merino Ridge shirt. It's great. I've worn it, I don't know how many times, it doesn't stink. So I'll sleep in that or wear it into town. Some more of the alpaca underwear. For camp socks, sleep socks, and gingy socks, they're the toe socks because I am taking my Bedrock sandals. They're not the most ultralight camp shoe, but they're great, and I can also hike in these. I hiked half of my Camino in them. So if there's ever a day where if my shoes are rubbing blisters or giving me a heck, I can put these on and hike with them. But at camp, if my feet are cold or if the bugs are getting me, I can put these guys on, their toe socks, and I can wear those still with them. And then I have a Smart Wool pair of socks that will be my second hiking socks. I tend to, I'll switch back and forth. Like I can I'll wash one, and then like let it air dry on my pack while I'm wearing the other one, until I can get to town. I have a journal and a pen. I'm taking a journal this year because I plan to do on Instagram the videos that are like on day one, this is what happened on day one of my through hike, and I just want to like write those thoughts out, and be able to just read it off whenever I'm doing the voiceover for that. Because if you've ever through hiked or been on a trail, your brain is kind of mush sometimes at the end of the night or when you're editing these videos, and so like you just can't always think of that. So if I want to be able to take my time and like put those words down when like I have moments of like my brain being clear. If you watch my videos, it's like sometimes like if I'm exhausted, like words are very hard for me. I probably don't need both of these, but we hiked and camped on Bromley not too long ago, like just a couple of weeks ago, and it was really cold, and I actually slept half of the night in my beanie. So I have a Carhartt beanie that I'm taking, and then I have a buff as well, that if the material on this material has been a little bit warm when I'm sleeping, and this is one of the cool buffs, so I might put that over that as a pillowcase to kind of be a little bit softer on my skin and a little bit cooler. And then my mid layer is Mountain Hardwear. I got this fleece. It is really light. It's not heavy at all, but it's very warm and super cute. So this is gonna be my mid layer for this hike. All of my clothes will go in my Hyperlight stuff bag. It did great. Some of my seams are coming apart, but I overstuffed these, and that's my fault. The zippers are actually still working, which is good. And then I carry 2 sports bras in town. So this is like my sleep, camp, and or town sports bra, while the other one is getting washed. So I think this is a Prana. I want to say it was Prana. I got it from REI. Very comfortable. Same material as like the Vuori. I'm very sensitive and like I notice materials on my skin, and so if it's not soft or if it itches or anything, it drives me bonkers. So very soft bra. And then last but not least, all right, so this is my Sea to Summit. It's a silk liner. I had this on the end of the AT, and it's very thin, and I had a hole in it, and I should have patched it when I first got the first hole, and then on my Bromley hike the other day I ripped a bigger hole. So then I got to hand sew this patch, which is really excessive. Yes, and I botched it over here, but it is what it is, but it is patched. I am reusing instead of buying new because it's still perfectly fine. So that is my liner for the warm nights, and also just to keep my pad and my sleeping quilt warm. This is my Enlighten Equipment 20-degree quilt. I would say it's probably less than 20 degree at this point. After the AT, I didn't notice I had a hole in it. When I went to wash it, a lot of my filling came out, which is perfect for the summer hike. I might reach out to them after I'm done to send it to them. See, it's sewed right here. I might reach out to them and see if I can send, and they can like fluff it back up and give me some more stuffing to make it the degree it needs to be. I thought about getting a different quilt that was like a 50-degree quilt or something for the summertime, but the sucker like weighs nothing. Packs down small, and I got like a mummy bag and on REI's sale, and I got inside of it and I hated it. I love the quilt. I'm a side sleeper. I toss and turn, so I like having the flexibility of being able to move and not feel constricted when I'm sleeping. This liner is like a rectangle, so it's not bad. It still has some good space if I need it. And then last but not least, if you know, I think shorts, pillows, and shoes are like my nemesis. It's like something that I've struggled with, finding like what works the best for me. I do think that topos work probably the best for me shoe-wise, most comfortable. I did half of the AT and the Ultras. I liked it. They just, after a while, they steep up and down terrain. It just didn't work out for me and my calves and my Achilles. So I'm doing the topos. I think these are the Mountain Racer 3, and they are, I think, about a 5mm drop, so they're not the 0 drop, but they have great thread on them. We'll see. I probably need to just go ahead and super glue the front part, but we'll see. I have super glue in case it starts coming apart, because that's where on the AT, that was like the toe part right there was like where I would notice that they would come apart mostly, the quickest, but it's been a few years. Maybe they've revamped that, and I think a lot of people had wrote reviews, so hopefully I'm hoping maybe that's changed and it's better and stronger. But yeah, that is the gear I'll be getting on in a few days. I'm antsy, I'm ready to go. I've been thinking about this for quite some time. But yeah, so I hope you guys follow along for the journey. I hope you enjoy it. I hope this gear review video helps. I am not the most ultralight person. I like my luxury items, and I like to be comfortable. So I don't mind carrying a little bit of weight, but I have been kind of tweaking some things in hopes that, like on these other trails, the PCT, CDT, when I decide to do those, that my pack weight will be a lot less than it is currently. All right, have a good day. Oh, so I forgot to talk about what I'm filming with. So I will be filming with my iPhone 14 Pro. I was gonna take my GoPro, but unfortunately, when I was in Belize recently, I didn't realize I had a crack in the screen, and I was snorkeling and water got in it, and I no longer have a GoPro. I didn't want to put out the expense. The Camino, I just had my phone, and it did just great. And I will be taking a GoPro tripod. It's a little bit heavier. I've had the smaller ones, and I've had lots of smaller ones break on me. So I just decided that the extra weight and better quality product was better, instead of me like continuously buying products that keep breaking and just being wasteful in that sense. So it's okay to carry a little bit of extra weight. Okay, that's it for real. Bye.